Hi everyone. Let me just double check that we're live. I'm so excited to be here today. So let me just make sure that we're live. Okay. I'm going live in multiple places. So I'm really excited to be here today. We're talking about intentional posting or impactful content basically today. I'm so excited to be here. If you don't know who I am, I'm Laura and I'm a marketing strategist and I help female coaches sell out their offers using fire content without burning out. I'm so excited to be here today to talk to you all about intentional posting because this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart because as an entrepreneur, I'm sure we've all been there. We can hear me, right? Okay, just wanted to make sure. I as an entrepreneur, I'm sure we a lot of us have been in the same boat where we are like posting every single day and it gets tiring and you start burning out and you're like, "Okay, what am I doing to make sure that I'm sorry. I'm just double checking that I'm live everywhere. If you can hear me, please drop a heart in the chat. Can I even see the chat? I can see the chat. Okay. I think you can hear me. Okay. There's more people coming on. All right. We're all good. If you don't know me, I'm Laura and I'm a marketing strategist. I help female coaches sell out their offers using a fire content without burning out. As entrepreneurs, it is so easy to burn out creating content. We have to create content left and right because we have to be on social media. Otherwise, we don't sell for the most part. I'm not saying that we need to live on social media either. And it's really easy to just post for the sake of posting. If you hear baby, he's in the background, apologies. Put a me in the chat if you have posted every single day and you just got burned out. Even if you didn't post every day, just you're just burning yourself out from posting over and over again. I would love to know. Put a me in the chat if that's you because that was me and I used to post so much and it honestly didn't really convert. I realized I was not being intentional about what I was posting and it was like I was wasting my time. And we don't want to do that. We're very busy people, right? We don't want to waste our time, right? Before we continue, say hello if you're watching live and hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Also, let me know where you're watching from. I would love to know. So, I have some notes here. I'm going to teach you a few ways that you can make sure you are posting intentionally and impactful content so that you are not posting just for the sake of posting. You're not going to burn out, right? Every post should serve a purpose. Stop posting for the sake of posting. I was just posting, not getting any results. That's not what we want to do. Hello from Columbus. Hi Norma. So nice to have you here. If you hear baby playing in the background, it is what it is. He is teething today, so he's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of a day. So I talk a lot about content pillars. If you know me, I talk about that all the time. We're gonna go beyond that today, and also talk a little bit about content categories. I mean, a lot of people confuse content categories, content pillars. Content categories are like the standard ones are like entertain, inspire, educate, promote, engage, all those things. And by the way, if you want a freebie that I have, it's a spreadsheet of 30 days of content ideas with those sort of content categories in mind. It gives you ideas, it helps you stay organized so that you can increase your engagement and get consistent sales. Let me know. I will actually leave the link in the comments when I'm done with this video. I wish I could do it beforehand, but I never do. So, like I said, every post should serve a purpose beyond those content categories, beyond your pillars, which if you've heard me talk about pillars, those are your specific pillars for your niche, for your business, your framework that you take your clients through that you want to be posting on social media. It needs to go beyond that. Norma, I do believe you already have the link. Norma says she wants the link. I'll leave it in the comments anyway, but if you are in my group, which I'm streaming to multiple places, if you're in my group, Socially Savvy Entrepreneurs, then you probably already have it if you left your email when you joined the group. So just check your email. It came from Laura at the DM Collective. Beyond those content categories and content pillars, there are 3 elements that every post should have, and they are style, targeting, and aim. So I'm going to go a little bit into specifics, and then I'm going to show you an example of how I create a post that is very intentional, and then it serves a purpose and it's impactful, so that I'm not wasting my time and it actually has more of a chance of converting. So these, like I said, style, targeting, and aim. We're gonna start with style. The framework I take my clients through and I use in every single post is there are 4 different styles of content that you can post, that you likely everyone is posting within these styles. In other words, personal, educational, logical, and a quick question. So what that means is that you're posting in this particular way, and it will help you figure out what kind of content you're going to be posting. So if it's personal, you are likely sharing a personal story, a success story, something, related to you. Obviously, if it's educational, it's more of like your framework, a how to, like a carousel, swipe file sort of thing. And then etc. I'm going to show you examples later on. I'm going to show you like my actual content like my content planner, and I'll show you these in great detail. I'll probably actually create a post for you that will be impactful, so that's intentional, so that you will you can see how it's done like in real time. So like I said, we have style, then we have targeting. So targeting helps you change your angle or perspective based on a particular topic. So based on your content pillars, whatever they may be, and I tell my clients this all the time, you want like 5 or 6 content pillars, or 4 or 5 content pillars, at the least you want 4. And these are the specific topics that you take your clients through. And within those, you want like subtopics. Now, here's the thing. You're posting content all the time. You're going to be talking about the same topics over and over again, very likely. Using this targeting sort of framework that I have will help you change your angle on each topic that you're talking about. So you're not redundant. You're not sounding the same. You're not talking about the same thing over and over again. It's a little bit of a different angle on the same topic. So again, I'm going to show you examples in real time. I'm going to share my screen and all that stuff. So that's targeting. And then aim, we have 4 different aims. Likely you post with these aims in mind as well. The aim is, what do you want your audience to do based on this post? Like, what action do you want them to take? Do you want connection, easy engagement? Do you want to build your trust and authority? Do you want to send traffic somewhere like a landing page or whatever? Or do you want them to start a DM conversation with you? I promise you that you are all probably doing this in your posting. And if you're not doing, the thing is, a very successful post has those 3 elements. And if you don't have all 3 elements, then it's not intentional and it's not going to convert the way, it likely will not convert the way that it should, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so I can show you guys my content planner. And I will likely create, I'm not going to show you like in details because I do this every single week and people are probably tired of this. But I do want to show you just sort of, and I want to give you an idea of how I would create a piece of content. But this is my Notion planner. I'll have them linked down below. I'll have it linked down below my landing page. Let me move myself over here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. This is my personal Notion planner. I do sell these. They're $47 and I love my Notion planner. I love it. I love it so much. This is my baby. I have other versions of this on other project management tools, but I'll have the Notion one linked down below because that's the one I'm talking about today. I'm going to talk to you now about how I would create a piece of content. I already planned out my content for pretty much all of November, but let's just pretend I'm going to create my content for next week. I have my pillars here. As you can see, I have a lot of subtopics. This is what you want to do, and this is something that has built up over time. I will say that this did not exist like this from the start. Like literally, I had trouble coming up with 4 or 5 subtopics for each content pillar when I first started my business. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm talking about these things. I need to add them to my list. The reason I have this like this, and I'm not really talking too much in detail about this today because this is a whole other video and I've done this before. I've talked about this a lot. The reason I do it like this, I have them all listed so I could just assign dates. It's super easy. It's super simple so that I can go ahead and just make sure that I, when I'm like on a day that I don't know. I don't know what I want to post. I just know I have a list and I can look at it and I can assign a date to it. I can be like, okay, wait, what do I want to post today? I want to talk about this. And then it's there. So that's why I have everything listed out. I just want to make sure that you guys can still, okay, yeah, we're still here. Good, cool. So let's say I want to talk about, content that converts next Friday. And the content that I'm going to do a reel. I'm going to do a little training of face to cam. And I'm going to do this on Instagram. So now that that's assigned, I can go back to my content strategy over here, content pipeline. This is where I'm going to show you exactly how to make your content, stand out. So this is going to be Monday. Of course, Monday, November 13. I think it's the 13th, right? Yeah. So then I'm going to find the date. And I created a reel on this and everyone was so excited about this. I love it. It's super automated. I love this. So basically what I want to do is, here we have the style. When I'm creating this piece of content, what style am I trying to go for? Like I said, there's 4 main ones. We all likely do this. So it's not something that's going to be super random. I need to step away for a second and get my baby. He is crawling around the house and he is about to go under the couch. Okay. Come on. Sorry about that, guys. He is becoming a lot more mobile and I don't want him to get stuck under the couch. Okay. So with this content that converts, it's likely going to be educational or logical. But again, I could reframe this the next time I want to talk about content that converts and make it, more personal. Talk about how I used to not post any content that converted, or I would just post exactly what I'm doing here. This is more of a personal style of a live. I was telling you about how I really was posting for I was burning out and it wasn't converting and my efforts were wasted, that sort of thing. That's a very personal sort of thing. Just need a quick sip of water. But for this, I'm going to say logical. So what's cool about my content planners is that they are color coded. So once you choose the style that you want, this is all based on what you want. There's no written rules about what style you need to have for this particular topic. No, you can do whatever you want. The content type, here are the color code. This is color coded here. So let's say I want to talk about, I want it to be controversial thoughts. I want to do, because that's super engaging usually. So with that being said, my targeting could be, these are not color coordinated, but this is exactly what can change every single time I talk about content that converts. So I'm not talking about the same thing every single time. I'm not talking about my personal story every time, or I'm not making this logical assumption about content that converts. If I'm targeting people's pain points, that's going to sound differently than their desire to want to create content that converts, than the mistakes that they're making creating content, and that's why it's not converting, or then people's misconceptions that content won't convert anyway, or if I'm just trying to be relatable. They're all going to be super different. The way I talk about, the way I post or create this piece of content is going to be super different. Some people might think that I'm crazy for going into this level of depth, but trust me, it helps. It helps to have this planned out. What I do when I'm planning out my content, I know this is not what this live is about, and this is not what I'm teaching you in this particular live. I will duplicate all of for example, if I'm planning November, I will duplicate this all of November and plan it out in this fashion. So I'll choose a style, the content type, the targeting aim, and CTA for all of the posts that I'm going to make in November and have that done. And then I'll go in and plan exactly what I'm going to talk about. But again, step 1, I would assign dates, but that's besides the point. We're not talking about that today. So let's say, I'm going to target people's desire to create content that converts. So I have to do this in a logical style with controversial thoughts. So that's going to sound so different than the next time I talk about this if I do something completely different. So again, different angles that you can take to talk about the same subject, so you're not just talking about the same thing over and over again, right? So now the aim what do I want my audience to do? Do I want just them to comment or do I want just trust and authority? I want them to look at me as an authority figure. Do I want to send them to a relevant landing page or whatever, maybe my Facebook group? Or do I want to get in a DM conversation with them because I think that I could help them further in the DMs? With this, I want, what do I want? I want connection and easy engagement. And this is also color coordinated. So you have a bunch of CTA examples here that will help you to figure out what you would put at the end of this post. So like for this example, if I'm talking about people's desires to create content that converts in a logical manner with controversial thoughts, I would probably ask them, what do you find most difficult about creating content that converts? Them answering that question in the comments of this post is going to help me help them. So do you see how I can reframe this? And this is super intentional. So I'm posting for a reason now with an actual purpose, right? So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to share one more thing in a second, but I want to see if you have any questions, feel free to drop them as we're talking. I don't think we do have any questions. But yeah, basically I would do that for everything. And it doesn't take much brain power to realize how, like, what exactly you want to, like, what is the purpose of this post? Like, literally, I will sit there while I'm watching TV, and when I'm planning out my content, I will just figure out what style I want this piece of content to have, the targeting and the aim. So all of that is done, and then I'll go in and make sure that, like, actually plan out the content, like the content of the content, if that makes sense. So now I want to show you, and this is something that I have a resource for. I have my content resources is a little bit of an order bump if you decide to purchase my planners, but I do want to just quickly show you. Whoa, okay. Hello. Okay, let me just make this bigger. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? There it is. Okay. So I have my carousel caption framework. This is I believe this is part of the content resources if it's not part of the planner. Now I can't remember. For some reason, I used to sell it with a planner, but then I thought this is like so valuable that I don't, whatever. It's basically me helping you through this, like helping you figure out your carousel or caption, like, for each post. So basically you have your hook, and this is based on the targeting. So you're targeting, let's say I'm targeting people's desires like I was for that other post, right? Let me see, it's still up here. I'm targeting people's desires. So my hook could be something like wanna finally create content that converts, question mark. I would probably make it more snappy and like juicy. This is like kind of boring, but whatever. And then you have your content, which is based on topic and style. So this is sort of the elements of the content part of the carousel / caption. And you can do this on any social media platform, by the way. It could be LinkedIn, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram. I mean, carousels are just for Instagram, but honestly, so what I do, this is a little bit about my content strategy. This is super random, but what I do is I will create a really juicy caption for Instagram that goes with a graphic or a reel or whatever it might be, and I just literally copy and paste the caption into a Facebook post that I will post in groups, or I'll post on my personal profile, and just to like get myself all of this. Creating content is for visibility, right? You want that visibility. You want to get in front of as many eyeballs as possible. You want to showcase your expertise. You want to build that trust with people who may not know you or who might know you and just don't know what you have to offer. That sort of thing. Anyway, so here we have the content. So you want to address your audience's pain points or their obstacles. I don't love pain point marketing too much, so I do this very, very lightly. Because obviously if they don't know they have a problem, then they're not going to want the problem to get fixed. So they do need to realize you need to really kind of focus on their pain points sometimes. So examples here, we have examples here, and this is something, I mean, if you're watching this, enjoy. You're getting this for free, but this is something, if you want a real copy of this, it's literally a $7 order bump at the end of my content planners, because if it's not already in there, I don't remember. Of course, baby's gonna be crying, so he's probably gonna join us for the rest of this live, and it's just the way it's gonna go. Okay, so these are examples. Like I said, you don't have to do this unnecessary task or mistakes. This is a great example of the obstacle and mistakes sort of targeting that we're talking about here. And then you want to talk about you want to have a transformation using a personal or relatable story. So this could be your story or a client story or honestly a story you make up that helps people love storytelling. It's like huge right now. So if you can relate any content you're posting and relate it to a story, whether it's personal or not. And this doesn't just have to be for the personal style of posting, so it can be for anything. He's trying to grab all of my cords here, and that would be a really bad day if you do. Then you adjust your audience's fear or unwanted future. So examples, this way you won't experience this, or you can avoid that, or you don't have to worry about it, whatever. And then you want to talk about their goals and desires. You can achieve XYZ result without so anyway, there's like a bunch of templates here, and then you offer the solution. So what if I personally helped you? And this is only if your CTA is like something like your CTA is to external resource, your website or a landing page, or to DM you. Or you can just give them like a good nugget of information that they can just take away without asking for anything in return, right? And that's basically what the trust and authority aim is. So I'm sorry, guys. He is really tired, and I really thought he was going to take a nap before this live started, but that did not happen. So explain the solution. And these are, again, if you're trying to get people to comment on your post, or you're trying to send them to your DMs, or you're trying to get something out of them, basically more than just connection, easy engagement, or trust and authority, right? I'm looking for 3 more entrepreneurs who want this result, or you're looking for 3 ideal clients who want this result in the next number of days. I'm only taking people who are serious about taking this, etc. So like this is like them for them to DM you. This is a specific like example. Or click the link in my bio, specific example. And then you also, you want to talk about the lesson learned. And then you want to create the need and excitement. So just to give, this is a great idea for like Black Friday too, by the way. Creating the need or excitement gets people like almost in the scarcity. Only do this if you're actually not like, if you're actually going to stop. Just to give you an idea, this involves working intensely together. Or you can just achieve urgent desire and result. You know, you want to create that a little bit sense of urgency. Oh, this is the urgency. So I'm just kidding. This is creating need. So if it's somebody who really wants to intensely work closely one-on-one with you, or they want Voxer access with you, or whatever it might be that you're offering, you need to create that need and excitement. Like, oh my gosh, spots are limited. And then like that would be the urgency. Spots are limited. We only have the capacity to take 3 more people this month. I'm so sorry, guys. He is like, when I take things, I didn't think that a baby this small would be so upset when I take things away from him. So yeah, basically that's what you would do. So the final CTA, and obviously this is a very, very in-depth caption or carousel. If you're going to focus on carousels, I mean, I would do both. I would do this as a caption. Anyway, what I'm saying is this is very involved. You don't have to use every single piece of this. Obviously this is a framework that you can adjust for your own needs. You can adjust it so that you're not, doing all of this because that's a lot, right? But yeah. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me see. Algorithms are pain points. Let me see. Oh, there's a lot of comments. I'm sorry. Tried asking for engagement. I have gotten crickets. Any thoughts? Okay. What are you asking for? Like sometimes asking directly, oh, comment below, is not necessarily what people like to hear. So they might want to. It might be something more beneficial. Something more beneficial might be asking them a question that would excite them, like as it relates to your post, of course, not completely random. Don't like just ask what's your favorite pizza topping when your post is about like mindset. Like no, but you know, something that will excite them, like or something. And I know I had an example of like, well, what do you find most difficult? XYZ or XYZ. Some people don't like thinking about their difficulties too. So you have to reframe the question in a way that will generate that excitement, get people like, oh my gosh, yes, I need to answer this question right now. And trust me, it should be something that like literally stops the scroll. Sometimes I'm scrolling on Facebook and I see this question that I'm like dying to answer. Like, oh my gosh, I need to answer this question. Think of something like that. So don't directly ask for the engagement. Oh my gosh, cool. I didn't realize I could do that. There he is. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, here he is. Algorithms are pain points. They sure are, aren't they? No worries. Totally understand. Thank you. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop them. I'll check back later. I'm going to link my 30 days of content ideas spreadsheet so you guys have it because super helpful. That gives you ideas. It also helps you organize your content. Let me just show it to you guys real quick since we do have like 5 minutes left. But when you are talking about 30 days, let me find it. Sorry, I wasn't intending on doing this, but I just want to share it with you so that you guys can see. If you were to do this, I mean, there's so many ideas here. I think it's more than 30 days at this point. But anyway, these are the content categories I was talking about before. If you go here and you're like, okay, I want to educate my audience today. I'm going to give the best tips, tricks, or hacks. So 5 hacks to beat the algorithm or something. I hate the word algorithm and I hate, trying to beat the algorithm. Well, whatever. For the sake of this, let's say we're doing that. You would try to fit this in this sort of framework. Like, want to finally beat the algorithm? Here are 3 hacks. And then you address their pain points. Are you tired of posting and getting crickets? Or are you tired of posting and getting in front of no eyes? Or are you tired of posting and not getting not getting any engagement, whatever it might be? And you're addressing their pain point, right? Then your transformation, using your personal or relatable stories. So I've been there. I've used to post all the time and get crickets. And literally, that's me right now. Like, I am an Instagram growth specialist. Like, that's what I do. I have grown accounts to 30K plus. I've grown one of my biggest clients. She has 110K now, I think. Anyway, what I mean by this, my business account has less than 200 followers and it's been a struggle to try to grow it because everyone is out there posting all these hacks on how to grow on Instagram. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I need to reframe it using a personal or relatable story. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm telling that story about how I've been there. I post all the time, addressing this way, you don't have to, if you do it this way, you don't have to worry about the algorithm. You don't have to worry about, and this is the point of this video. I'm showing you how you can stop posting for the sake of posting and start posting meaningful content that will actually convert, impactful, content that will actually convert. And then you can, that I literally just said this exact thing. You can post without burning out because your content is finally converting because you're posting content that's impactful, right? And then you offer the solution. I'm offering you a solution in the form of my content planners. If you are interested in them, I will have them linked down below. Like I said, it helps you organize your content so well. But if not, I have this freebie for you. So that's I'm offering you a solution there. And that's me. That was me explaining it, etc. So I would go through the rest of this template and have this framework. So I would stop. Okay, we have some more questions here. I get a ton of likes and followers when I boost a post, but it's much slower when I don't. Also, what do you suggest to engage with new followers? What do you suggest to engage with new followers? A welcome to the page message if I'm able. Don't love that idea. I don't love that idea. I just joined a group today. And this is Facebook. So it's I'm not sure what social media platform you're talking about, but this was Facebook. I joined a group today and the host, the admin of the group messaged me 3 times already. And I got super annoyed. I'm on the verge of leaving. I unsubscribed from the email list and everything because I just got so annoyed. It's just like people don't love that. Genuine connections are the way to go. So if you feel called to comment on somebody's stuff, then do it for that reason. Don't do it to expect something in return, because that is not that for me. That's a mindset thing. It's like I don't want that energy put out there, if that makes sense. I don't want to comment on your post just for the hopes that you're going to comment on mine. If I want to contribute something to your post, because I think like it could benefit, like oh, building this relationship, I can relate to what you're talking about here, blah blah blah, or I totally agree with this, or maybe you have a different perspective and you can talk about that. That's totally different. Building genuine connections is the way to go. I don't love boosting posts either, by the way. So just to answer the rest of this question, boosting posts is not because like you said, you don't get any engagement, or you get little engagement when you don't boost a post. That's what you're teaching the algorithm, to only like you when you're boosting a post. Now, the good thing about boosting a post is that once you do, Instagram sort of is more in your favor because you've spent money on them. So like the algorithm is technically more in your favor, but I would limit the amount of like boosting you're doing. I wouldn't do it too much, if that's okay. Is this being recorded? I've gotten some calls and I've missed parts. Yes. You can watch the replay as soon as we're done here. Also, random question. How do you download videos from YouTube or other posts to create a new reel? You're talking about your own stuff. If you're talking about your own stuff, there's this great platform or software I want to look into. I mean, I'm using it with clients, but I want to look into it for myself, called Repurpose.io. So you log into all of your social media accounts, and it is like validated by all of these social media platforms. You go in there and you like can take a long form video and they'll split it up into reels. It's like literally an AI bot that does this. And they do it for you. To be honest, I do this manually, but I am a video editor. For those of you that don't know, I actually do have a YouTube channel for my makeup stuff. I started it in 2014, so it's been around for a long time, almost 10 years. So I have experience with editing videos. So I will take my longer form, like from this live, I could literally splice it up and create a bunch of little reels that I want to talk about, like the targeting part of my talk or the aim part of my talk. You know what I mean? And post them separately. That's a great way to repurpose your content, and also taking what I'm saying here in words and just like writing it out. That makes a great carousel, or it even makes a great caption. So just sort of repurposing in that manner. How do you download? Okay, yeah. Oh, Instagram. I was thinking more of a welcome to the community, like you are welcoming someone to your home. Yes. I mean, yeah, I love that. I do love that. But okay, here's the thing. I can read people's intentions even through, I mean, okay, it's not always accurate, but with this admin that I was talking about, she just literally welcomed me. Oh, like it was a generic copy paste email or message saying welcome to the blah 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 Facebook group. I'm excited to have you here. If you need me to point you in any directions for the resources. And I was like, okay, that's nice. Like whatever. I hearted the comment. I was really busy, so I couldn't respond. But then, like, I want to say an hour later, she voice messaged me, and I was like, okay, she's really wanting me to respond to her, and I'm really busy at the moment, so I can't do that. So I got a little annoyed because it was like just two messages. So if you are very, very nice about it and it's not generic copy paste to every person, I don't see a problem with that. Welcome to you, like welcome to my community. So happy to have you here. Totally agree with that. I boost once a month. That would be fine. I would keep boosting once a month. I mean, I wouldn't spend too much money. I'm to be honest, I don't know much about boosting. Like I haven't done it myself, I don't think. I run ads though. That's completely different. It's a completely different like algorithm strategy that you need to have too. But boosting posts, I mean, I wouldn't spend too much money on it, but if you're just doing it once a month and it's working for you, are you getting results? That's the number one thing you want to ask yourself. Are you getting clients or, sales from your boosted posts? Otherwise, that's not the way it is. I think that's everyone's questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will link my 30 days of content ideas spreadsheet in the comments, and I will also link my content planner if you guys are interested, because yeah, I would love to have you on board. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.